I'm back home from Edinburgh Fringe 2025 and just reflecting on my experiences up there. I was performing with two shows, Improv Walls and Noteworthy the Made Up Musical. And with those shows and with the guest slots that I did here and there, I think I've worked out that I did 15 performances over the course of 7/8 days, which is quite a bit. I know there's people who have done more. It's quite a bit for me, plus the travelling around between venues and trying to fit in watching other stuff as well. So it was quite a full-on week, but then that's the way I wanted it, really. I went in trying to get as much out of the experience as possible. So all the shows I did were good. Improv Walls, 5 performances, great. Noteworthy Made Up Musical, 5 performances, all went really well. Everybody was performing, I think, and running towards their strengths, which was really good. Both shows had things that we were concerned about, how it would go. So Noteworthy had a great venue, but the time slot was 10 a.m. in the morning, which we thought might be problematic. But we had people every day coming along, really good audiences. So that was excellent. Improv Walls had a good time slot, 12:15 in the afternoon, which we thought would be really good for us. But our venue was a little bit more out of town, so that was the concern with that one. But again, we had audiences every day. So that was the first thing. That's kind of a relief that we managed to get audiences along, because it's not uncommon to struggle to get audiences or even have no shows for, or have no audience for shows sometimes on certain days. But we had audiences for every performance of both shows. So that was gratifying and, as I say, a bit of a relief. The hang has been really good. So my friends in Improv Wolves, we were staying in a flat together, so there was lots of hanging out. Had a good time with them. And also my friends in Noteworthy, it's cool to do so many shows with them and spend time with them. But then also there was a wider West Midlands / Birmingham improv community up there, because our friends Box of Frogs were also doing shows. And it was just really good to have other people up there to cross-promote with, to talk about each other's shows, to go to each other's shows and support each other. But more than that, just to have other people up there doing it so that you knew you weren't on your own. And that we could share out experiences, good and bad. When I've been up to Edinburgh previously, years ago, the group I was with, we kind of didn't know anyone else up there. So it was just us. And that can get a bit lonely, really. Whereas this time around, knowing, as I say, that there's other people up there doing the thing has been very helpful. I've also had friends outside of the improv community. So Minnie Birch was up there doing her show, You're Not Singing Anymore, which was excellent. We went to see that and loved it. And it was great to keep up with her and hear about her experiences, because she's had a great Fringe with great reviews and lovely audiences and stuff. So it was excellent to see her doing well. And a few of the people that we met while we were up there. So some of the other acts at the venue that Improv Walls were performing at, we watched their shows and really enjoyed them and have made friends. And that's part of the deal of it, really, isn't it? We met some other improv groups that I think we're going to keep in touch with, and possibly there'll be venues and shows that come out of it later on, which is all the point of being there, isn't it? Shows that I've seen and particularly enjoyed: Susan Harrison's character show, which is called Should I Still Be Doing This, was brilliant. And Susan is one of my favourite improvisers in the world. Agreed to come and guest with Improv Walls, so that was really exciting, getting to play with her. David Elms Describes a Room was a show I'd heard about and I knew that I would like it, but I actually loved it, in that he has nothing, no set, no idea what he's going to do. He just creates a room from audience suggestions and then interacts with it. It's hard to describe, really, but go and watch it. It's really, really good. And I guess my other favourite was going to see Nina Conti do her show, Whose Face Is It Anyway? Which for me is just like, again, a virtuoso performance. It's improv, it's ventriloquism, it's comedy. By the end of the show, she had 6 people on stage with her, with the masks that she uses, where she can control the masks. So she was doing vents for 6 characters, which involves singing as well. And I just love that it feels a little bit dangerous sometimes, like it could all go wrong, but it doesn't, because she's a supreme master of her art. So that's the sort of thing that inspires me, really. And that's another word. So fun, relief, inspiration. They're the words that I would use to sum up my experience. Relief, I guess, because everything just worked out, because I was involved in booking the shows for Improv Walls and a little bit for Noteworthy as well. And you just never know how it's going to go. And also, you know, the accommodation, the travel, all of these things. There's a lot of moving parts that could go wrong. and everything happily just seemed to work out. So that's relief. Fun, as I say, because just hanging out with my friends and doing shows every day. You know, did those 15 shows. It's a lot, but I'm really happy doing that. It's kind of on stage is one of the places where I feel happiest, really. And for my own personal development, you know, without getting too into it, something about knowing I can do a couple of shows a day and make stories and be funny is important to me. So thank you to everyone who came out and supported and watched. Thank you to everyone who was in the shows that I was in. Thank you to everyone that I hung out with. I'd like to do more next year.